Hello everyone, and we are here again for a new episode of the Figure Out English podcast for English learners. Please go to our YouTube channel to watch the videos of the episodes with the full transcript and subscribe to the podcast updates. And let's go! Hello! If you want to improve your English, you are in the right place. I hope it's not your first time, but if it is, my name is Daria, and this is Figure Out English podcast, the place where you can improve your English vocabulary and fluency. Don't forget that you can visit figureoutenglish.com, our webpage dedicated to this podcast, and you can listen to the episode, you can see the notes, and what's more, you can practice. Now we include free quizzes into the episode, so you learn some stuff and then you immediately practice it. I hope you find it useful, and if you do, please let me know and share these notes and share these posts with your friends. If it is a little bit difficult what I'm saying, it's a good idea to go to our YouTube channel, Smart English Learning, and there you can watch a video of the episode with the full transcript. You see the subtitles, you listen, you watch, and you practice at the same time. It's always a great idea to practice all your skills at the same time. And today I want to help you in the conversation. If somebody asks you a question, how well do you know English? Or how good is your English? It can happen in different situations, right? It can happen when you are looking for a job and you need to write about your English skills on your CV or tell about it during the job interview. It can happen in an informal situation when just you have made some new friends and they're interested in your language skills. And of course, you can use all these phrases to talk about different languages. If you speak more than one or two foreign language, how you will describe your language skills. This is the topic of our today's lesson, and let's go. First of all, of course, we start with our native language. You will say it the following way. I am a native speaker of. Okay? I am a native speaker of. For example, I am a native speaker of Russian. Well, I speak English more than Russian these days, but still, you could call me bilingual. Okay? If you can speak two languages at the same level of native-like proficiency, when you can express any idea, freely without any problems. I am bilingual, and so on. If you know more than 4 or 5 foreign languages, you can call yourself a polyglot. I'm a polyglot. I can speak, okay? And don't forget that sometimes you translate similar phrases from your own language. That's why be very careful about prepositions. A lot of people are trying to say I speak in English, or I speak in Russian, I speak in Italian. We don't normally use this in the sentence. I speak English, or I can speak English. I can speak Russian, I can speak Italian, and so on and so on. And then you can continue describing different levels of proficiency. And it shouldn't be necessarily some official grading system, official level system. Yes, we are talking about 3 basic levels of language proficiency: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. But if you don't know what it means, well, leave it to the teachers. You will do the test and the teacher will tell you what kind of level in this language you have. But you can just describe what you can do in the language. For example, if you have some basic level of English, you can say, I get by in English. It means that you have this survival level when you can have a basic conversation, survival skills, right? To ask about something in the shop, to ask about something in the restaurant, something like that. I get by. How good is your English? I get by. I can get by in English. You can say I can hold basic conversation, meaning that you can communicate on simple everyday topics. I can hold a basic conversation in English, for example. If it is even less than that, well, sometimes we say I know some words in. Okay? For example, I know some words in Dutch. I can't say I can hold a conversation in Dutch, but I understand some basic terms, some most typical words. Yeah? That's why I know a few words in Dutch, or I know some words in Dutch. For example, describing my language skills, we can say that I can hold a basic conversation in German. I know a few words in Dutch. I get by in Spanish. Well, basically, I can talk to people, but I wouldn't call it any confident knowledge of the language. But yeah, I can survive in Spain, for example, if I find myself there. And let's go on. For example, imagine that you used to learn a language, yeah? For example, you studied English at school. You can simply say so. I studied English at school, but, well, I can't speak very confidently, right? You can say that my English is a bit rusty. Rusty, it's not fresh, you know? The substance on metal. And yeah, my French is a bit rusty, to tell the truth. I wish I could speak French better. And here we are in a new area. It is when you not just describe the reality, but you talk about your wishes. I wish, I could, because it's you are speaking hypothetically. I wish I could speak French better. Or I wish I could speak French if you don't, okay? If you don't speak French at all. You could say about different aspects. For example, my English vocabulary could be better. Again, you are speaking hypothetically. You are not too critical to yourself. No, it's not rude or something, but you see some area for improvement, yeah? I think my speaking skills in English could be better, for example. Yeah, that's a good way. And how would you describe your language proficiency when you are writing a CV, for example, or you are writing some request for a position and so on and so on? We don't always use this formal terms, yeah, like beginner, intermediate, advanced. Again, I suggest you stick to some real life skills. And you can describe your language skills as basic, just some knowledge, okay? Conversational, it means that you can communicate without problems. You can say you are fluent. Fluency means the ability to express any idea without hesitation. Yes, with good vocabulary, with good grammar, so that people understand you easily. So this is the next stage, fluent. And the last one, the highest one, we call it native-like proficiency. I have a native-like proficiency of English, for example, yeah? And we describe it as proficient user. That's why my English is basic, conversational, fluent, or proficient. Proficient is different from fluent in the way that you understand the structure of the language. You can teach it, you can explain how this language works to other people. And that's not so many phrases, but they sound natural to native speakers. That's why if you just start describing your skills and you get lost and you don't know what to say, you will not make a good impression. But when you have some set expressions, it will help you communicate your idea without any problem. And to practice, please write in the comments, how is your English? What is your level of English? What can you do in English? It will be really interesting to read your responses, and I will try to answer all of them. Don't forget to go to the website to do a little test, and hope to see you again in our next episode. Thanks for listening. You can find all the episodes on figureoutenglish.com. Happy learning!